So this video is for Vatriox09. He wrote a comment and he asked a question. It was a good one. He's just getting going well, and he says, any suggestions on how to do overhead best? I can't see where to start and I keep making mistakes. And so I thought about it a little bit, and here's my couple of suggestions. Number one, get yourself to where you can see your joint. And I don't have a coupon set up or anything like that. I'll just give you a dry demonstration. Because it's pretty simple. It's just like welding flat. You're just in a different position with your body, I guess you could say. So like if you're welding overhead and I'm standing directly behind the rod, it's really hard for me to see on the back side of the rod. So a lot of times what I'll do on a coupon or going up against a flange, whatever the weld is, doesn't matter. Get yourself turned to the side of the joint. Turn to the side. Now I have a full view of the entire pass as far as I have to make it. And that gives you a lot of ability there. Again, it's hard to see behind a rod. No big deal. Just turn your body. Stand over on the side of it. And it's going to feel a little awkward. But starting out welding, everything feels awkward. My second suggestion would be get yourself a piece of steel or a little tube or a wrench. A lot of times I have two old spud wrenches that I'll use if I get to a position where I have to weld and I don't want to get my arms way away from myself because I'm unsteady and it causes a lot of fatigue. So I'll weld something that I can lean my arm on, and I can get that rod right where I need it to be. My third suggestion would be, like when I'm welding, I always steady my hands together. And some guys don't do that. You know, some guys you'll see they'll reach out on their rod. I don't like to do that. I feel like I can feel the rod better holding it back. I torch cut and air arc. Everything I do with my hands steadied together. There's a guy, Jody from Welding Tips and Tricks, who does a great one where he'll pivot off of his fingers, and it takes a good amount of time to get used to doing that, but it's a great way to steady yourself. And then the last tip I would say is just keep going. Everything in welding is a muscle memory. And again, it's really awkward and it's frustrating and it takes a lot of time to teach your muscles the memorization of what you're doing. Because it's not just muscles, it's hand-eye. There's a lot that goes into it. I know it's frustrating. Keep things simple. Get yourself steady. Stand to where you can see the joint. If you have to tack something, if you have to tack 10 things onto the post holding your coupon to get you to where you need to be, do it. There's nothing that says you can't. And just keep going. Keep at it. I guarantee you it'll pay off.